Hey everybody, it's me, V, the CPS scholar, and I'm dropping in to do a decision day married at first sight rant. Yes, it's not a review, it's a rant. I'm not taking notes. As I explained in the decision day prediction video, I'm over and through with this show. I like to finish what I start. So I'm going to get through this season. Like I said, this is season 14, episode 356, 256,855 billion, 456 trillion, pi, square root of 2 to the power of 3. And I'm over it. But I came back not only because I love y'all, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, but because I want to see if I knew what the hell I was talking about in my predictions. Those of you who have watched it already know we were all shocked at the foolery, the shenanigans. I want to cuss that actually happened on this decision day. But one thing I do want to say is they looked really good during this foolery. And I will give this episode, dang, for the nice clothes, I'm gonna get two out of five Smarties because it wasn't giving what it's supposed to give, but and a lot of some fraudulent stuff went on allegedly. And I know a few spoilers. At least they said they were spoilers. But before we get into that, thank you for joining me. I hope this video finds you happy and blessed. I'm so happy it's Friday tomorrow. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who subscribed, everybody who's been showing me love. You didn't have to come here, but you did to come see me. And I'm going to give you I love y'all so much. So let me hit you with the intro, and then we're going to go from there and get through this decision day. And yeah, I didn't take any damn notes. But y'all here for me, and I'm here for you. I love y'all. Okay, and the intro. Like my intro says, I'm V, the Sepia Scholar, and my channel is about reactions, reviews, and grown up conversations. I actually ended up on a podcast last night, No Cap Zone. So if you haven't been there, go float into the No Cap Zone. I was there with Jay from the Daily. Oh, how I'm always jacking this man podcast up. Anyways, Jay, you know who you are. I've been on his podcast several times too. But I want to send a shout out to the fellows. They were so hospitable. We had a whole troll. That's how I know I'm real in these internet streets. But anyways, it was a good time and we had some good conversations. So check out the No Cap Zone, and the podcast is the Daily Read Podcast. There you go. I've been on there a few times, so check me out on there as well. But we're here for Married at First Sight, season 14. I think it's episode 17. Nobody knows. But it's decision day. And I wanted to see if my predictions were right. So if I'm not accurate, it is what it is. I gave them another view. I gave them ratings, which is what their actual experts who weren't being called the experts because their probability of being right was so damn wrong. And they seem to be matching people with for their trauma bonds. But it is what it is. Let's put up the picture, do a quick introduction of the couples just in case you've never seen the show, which I highly doubt if you're on my channel. But we have Jasmina, the Yardy Princess, with Mike, the Zopoppy. Then we got Katina, her damn wig, 300 density wig. Olajuwon and his neck tattoos, and the faux hawk is gone. We got Noisy, aka Noi, and we have Steve No Jobs, and we have Lindsay the Lush. Allegedly, I don't know these damn people. It made me want to put a banner on the bottom so they don't get my ass. Hold on, let's do this. If you're ready, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. But either way, and Mark the Guppy. So, aka Mark the Shark. So, as we said, we had predictions. Let me pull up my predictions and before we jump into it. So, when I did the predictions on the last video, I said Stephen Noy, Steve is going to say yes and Noy is going to say no, right? Steve is going to say yes because he wants to be married. He wants to be traditional. He wants a wife. Noi, no, because she wants a man that has a steady job so they can have their 3 children. Like I said, she liked to play on the internet and blast her relationship on the internet. And Steve don't want to get no damn job. Then we had Mark and Lindsay. I said they both were going to be say yes and live happily ever after with their damn cats because they both want to be married desperately. Mark needs to be saved, and Lindsay is an alpha woman that like to save people and throw it up in their face. So then we have Katina. All my life, I have to fight wig wearing ass, saying yes because she's a pick me and she wants to be chosen. You're beautiful, but you're a pick me. I'm sorry, Katina. And then we have Mr. Traditional. I'm better than you because I own a house and I work at the wastewater plant. I say, what the hell did he call it? The gondola. Oh my God. I can't even say it wrong. He called it, it's a gondola. He says gondola, right? And I don't know, they butchered the hell out of gazebo. I forgot what the hell name this man came up with. And he's the one who wants to be married to a woman of non-color, but he came on here and got this whole black woman. And I already, Jasmina and Michael, I said that Mike was going to say no and Jasmina was going to say no. Mike was going to say no because Jasmina lives up to her name as being mean, was dry, only works well in long distance relationships. And she's just nasty. And she said that her box dries up every time Mike comes around because she don't feel that way around him. It's a tragedy and a shame when the box dries up. And Jasmina says that Mike doesn't open up. He talks to her crazy. And like I said, she's not sexually attracted to him. And then I'm not showing them, but Alyssa, gerbil faced ass, and Chris, who she didn't like because of his teeth and his dad bod. And yeah, that's what happened. So they already said no. So Steve and Noi, Steve, yes, Noi, no. Mark, yes. Lindsay, yes. Katina, yes. Oh, no. Mike, no. Jasmina, no. Let's talk about the looks a little bit. So let's talk about the looks. I thought Jasmina was stunning in her orange. That skin tone was popping. Voila, you're beautiful, Jasmina. You already know that. Michael came in looking all smooth and clean with his lavender suit. He did the thing. I think the problem that they have is because he is vertically challenged. But because he's my people, I'm gonna leave him alone. But I think that's why she's not attracted. Then we had Katina, who kind of had on her night slip on without the robe, but and the nippies were doing their thing. But it was very sexy. The wig looked refreshed a little bit with she put a little crimp in the wig. Makes me wonder what's under the wig. I'm sure her hair is beautiful and braided. I knew people who wore wigs for protective styles, so I'm sure the hair under it is popping unless all her edges fell out from being stressed from old, aka Isaac's ignorant ass. Isaac looked good. He looked good in his blue suit. He used a whole jar of Ultra Perm and a whole bottle of pink oil sheen to grease up that head. Every wave was just, it was swishing, it was swimming, it was giving what it needed to be gave. So he looked good. Then we had Steve. Steve is a fine ass Asian man. I know I love Asian men. He's beautiful. He looked good. He just won't get a damn job. But he looked good in his wine, burgundy, whatever you want to call suit. Noi was pretty in her pink. Lindsay was pretty in her blue, but sometimes she looked like a 80s wife from Dynasty that just sits at the house and drinks for leisure. But we know she has a whole job. So now Mark the Shark looked nice in his suit. Everybody was lovely. We'll talk about Alyssa and Chris at the end. But with that being said, let's get into these decisions because I said this video was not going to be long. I'm going to hit you with the highlights of what I noticed. All these people, when they made their decisions, were nice, nasty. It was like the worst proposals or deciding to stay married I've ever seen. When they were talking about when Jasmina started talking because they went first, she said she doesn't know him enough. You know, they were kind of being friends, and he even alluded to that and said, I feel like we're more friends than anything. But apparently he rubbed that booty a little bit. He rubbed that booty a little bit, talking about in his sleep, and he ain't realized, and she was okay with it. And I forgot what the hell Dr. Pepper called it. Booty patrol, booty party, whatever the hell, but he was rubbing on her booty. So he was trying to get a little cheap feel in his sleep, trying to act like he was asleep. You know damn well he wasn't asleep, Michael. But Jasmina decides to stay married. And I was shocked. She do not like this man. Yes, he taught her how to drive. He does all this cooking. But if the box shrivel up and die whenever he comes around, which y'all gonna have a sexless marriage? Anyways, Pastor Cal was emphasizing that you can be friends and then become married, and it's a beautiful thing. And I agree, because I was married to my friend for a very long time until I wasn't. But that's a long story for another day that will never be told. But we rolled for a long time. Anyways, I wanted to shout out Bondi Blue, because when she said yes, all I could think of is Bondi said she do like him because in her picture she makes sure that she strategically grazes him with her titty in their pic. So she's trying to do, she wants to connect. She probably wants Michael to be more aggressive and try to go after her, but Michael's never gonna do that, and I wouldn't either, because I wouldn't be trying to catch no case. Because I just don't do it, Michael. Anyways, it went to Michael, and Michael feels like if they get out of the process, get everybody gone, that they may do better. So he chooses to stay. So I'm like, woo! Zoe Poppy and Yardy Princess, they made it to the end. Well, it's kind of the end, but it's some tea on the end of here, and you're gonna get mad. But we're gonna see what happens. They both look good, like I said, in their colors, beautiful melanated, bright colors, all wonderful. Let's go to Katina and her wig and Olajuwon. So the expert said they put them together because they were party people who wanted to settle down. Katina said she didn't want a passive guy, but damn, you know, Olajuwon just beats his chest all the damn time. She talks about how he takes her out of her comfort zone. That at first she didn't want to ride the horse, but then as they got to see other animals, they went around another time to be around some animals, and she was much more comfortable. So she attributes that to him. Girl, he be dragging your ass. He be dragging your ass. He talks to you crazy all the time. He tears down your self-esteem, and I'm so shocked that you are big up in this damn man. Something is wrong. You are so desperate to be married. Then they go to Olajuwon, and he looks really nice in his blue suit, like I said. Katina has her refreshed wig. She started talking about how, you know, her life is on an incline, but she didn't really know the definition of an incline. It took her a minute. She has so ditzy and bubbly. I don't know if it's an act. I don't know, because she got a good job. So I don't even know what's going on. A high-tech job. And Olajuwon brings up the fact that he's worried if she can do school and be a mom and be a wife, if she'll have time for him. She talks about that they are in different areas of their life, and that might be a deal breaker. And I'm convinced that they smashed. They give each other the eye, and they're giving each other props. Freaking Olajuwon talks about how she watches him in the shower, sees his body, but they never smashed. I don't believe it. They talk about the app incident, that dating app that he found on her phone, and how she was embarrassed, and it helped both of them grow. It sounds like bullshit to me. Like I said, she wants to be picked so bad. But O explains that he wanted to hold off intimacy because he knows if she would have let him hit, that he would have treated her like all these other girls he'd been with, and that actually holding out made it stronger. And Katina spells out that her focus is school, and she's in no rush on children and doesn't need to travel. Like, because I think O wanted to travel at least twice a month, and she said maybe we can do it once a month. She says he's a traditional man that wants a wife that can cook and clean. And then that's when Olajuwon come out the damn pocket in his blue suit and says he doesn't that Katina doesn't have the skills that she needs, that the last food that he ate from her was not edible, and he wants for him to be able to come home and the kids to come home and eat and go to bed. And even if she could just heat something up, he says she's terrible. But either way, Katina, of course, says she wants to stay married. It didn't make any damn sense. Then Olajuwon go to bashing that ass. He says he wanted a more established wife. Um, but he's gonna give her props for effort and he's gonna overlook everything. And he knows that his dad made him go through this process. So his dad picked his wife and it was his dad's B-day. Everybody start crying and he says yes. So, like I said, she's a pick me and the dragging will continue. And he will continue to tell her that she's not good enough to be with him. Oh, fairy tales and happiness and joy. All right. I have a confession to make. It started dragging and something else came on. But I do know that Steve and Noy both said yes to each other. He brought everybody and the experts flowers. So he made it so that it would look crazy if she said no. And I believe also on this episode, he gave her a ring pop and he also did help them out with a product placement. They had the whole Zales commercial in the middle of this shit, and he pulled out a big ring. And I don't know if he bought it with his check since he's supposedly a secret millionaire or they paid for an advertisement. But they both said yes. And it was really weird because no problems that they had were resolved. Steve still ain't telling what the hell he do and where his money gonna come from. And newsflash. Steve and Noy, because remember, Noy didn't want to move in with Steve. They actually are going to move in together. While Jasmina and Michael are not going to move in together. So y'all already not smashing. You guys haven't built a sexual connection in the time that you've been on the show. And y'all going to live separately when y'all have opposite sex roommates. I think Michael lives with two women and Jasmina lives with a man. Y'all do the math of what's going to freaking happen. Moving on to Lindsay and Mark the Shark. I don't care nothing about these people. Basically, they both said yes. So if we go back to my predictions, let's see what I was right about. Don't you love when you're right? Okay, so it looks like for Steve and Noy or whatever, they both said yes. I thought Noy was going to say no, but she fell into it and she said she feels safe with him. It's all coming back to who actually was said. She feels safe with him. They hug and cry and all. I told you the special stuff with the ring. And then for Mark and Lindsay, I said they were both going to say yes. So I was right with that. Ding, 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 ding. Struggle love is real and they're going to be together. All right. I said Katina was going to say yes and O was going to say no. But Katina said yes. I was right about that. O said yes because Katina and her wig was brought to him by God. I said Jasmina was going to say no and Mike was going to say no. And they both said yes because they want more time to spend together to see if it's going to work. And I think it's all going to truly come out during the reunion because it feels like maybe there was a bonus for them to say yes on decision day. It didn't feel genuine. It felt a mess. A mess. I'm going to say a mess again. And so I don't know, like none of these people were true matches. It was all trauma. They basically matched by trauma. Mike and Jasmina both had parental abandonment issues of parents passing away. Katina is used to dealing with abusive men. O is a strong, misogynistic man that talks to her crazy. So that's the crazy that she knows and she understands. They have Noy, who grew up a refugee and wanted stability and a man with a job so she can have her 3 kids. And they put her with a wandering vagabond, not my words, his dad's, or in Creole, vagabond, and who possibly may have money. And then they have Mark the Shark, who wanted to be married to get help with his mom and her health issues and his life. His life has been in shambles since he's been with Lindsay. And they're actually going to move into the grandmother's house and she's going to get to change some things. And Lindsay, who's a man in a dress, not in a transgender way. Hey, y'all, I love my peoples. But in the fact that she's super masculine and she dominates the shit out of whoever she dates. And she has a drinking problem, allegedly. That is the appearance. So They actually had like a follow-up where all they did the mixer, and Alyssa came out in her little sparkly dress looking like a chihuahua as usual. And Chris was there, and she hated the fact that Chris actually has been dating and getting play. I think that was everything. I think I didn't miss anything. But there was a little bit of tea. We'll see if it's true, because the predictions are what they are. But Jasmina and Michael, who don't smash, decided to live separately. There's rumors in Beyonce's internets, out in these internet streets, that they both cheated on each other. There's rumors that Katina and Olajuwon have been out together, so that they're gonna make that stick. And I believe that Noi and Steve are still together. And Lindsay and Mark may have went their separate ways, but let's see what finds out. I think we got 2 parts of a reunion and a Where Are They Now. I'm not showing up for all that shit. Depending on how I'm feeling, I'll drop y'all a little 5-minute video. But thank you for showing up. I love y'all so much. I thank you so much. And love who loves you. May God bless you and give you everything you need. And the sepia scholar, as they say, as I always say, talk about myself in the third person, is out.